recuperating at home, so we might have some technology challenges today because we don't have her right here to bail us out.
We are live.
We are live. Good morning. I'm going to call this meeting of the Genesee County Parks and Recreation Commission open. Right now, we will take a roll call of the commissioners. If you would just state your location for county, city, township, or village and state from which you are attending the virtual meeting. Commissioner Keeler.
Here, I'm in Flint, Michigan from my home.
Commissioner Nolden.
Brian Nolden, Flint, Michigan, Burston Fieldhouse.
Commissioner Martin.
I am on Mott campus, couple blocks from Commissioner Keeler. Flint, Michigan.
Commissioner Lynch. Commissioner Lynch. We'll go to Commissioner Washington. You're muted, Commissioner Washington.
Thank you, Joe. I am in Flint Township in my office here and home on the second floor.
Commissioner Dickerson.
Burton, Michigan.
Commissioner Neely.
Swartz Creek at home.
Thank you, Commissioner Lynch.
I'm currently calling you from Iosca County where I'm working today.
Thank you. My name is Joe Krapel, and I'm at the Genesee County Park and Recreation Commission office in Genesee, Michigan. First item on our agenda is public comments, and that is 8 o'clock this morning. We've received 0 requests for public comment by way of phone or email, and 0 requests to call in for the public comment during today's meeting. So the first issue we have is the consent agenda item.
Move it.
Support.
I think I had Commissioner Keeler, did you make the motion? And Commissioner Dickerson, support for approval of consent agenda items A through C is listed in your packet. I'm sorry, I forgot to see if any commissioner wanted to pull anything off the consent agenda item. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Nolden.
Present.
We know you're
Oh,
here.
yes.
Washington.
Yes.
I was multitasking. I was on the
Yes.
phone and doing it at
Yes.
the same time.
Dickerson.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Neely.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Krapel.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion is carried. Thank you. I think we're all a little rusty. We only had 1 meeting so far this month, so, or in the last month in November, so.
Speak for yourself, Joe. I've had 2 already this morning.
That's what important people do.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
we'll go to the director's report.
Morning, Commissioners. I have a lot for you this morning. First item is a request to apply for a grant from the National Environmental Education Foundation for Formark.
Move it.
Support.
I'll go a motion with Commissioner Dickerson, supported by Commissioner Washington, to approve the request to apply for the grant from the National Environmental Education Foundation. It's for under $10,000, and I assume we refer to the Board of Commissioners?
The Park Commission can approve items under 10,000.
Under 10,000, okay. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Dickerson.
Yes.
Neely.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Krapel.
Yes.
Nolden.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. The next item is we request to accept a grant from Keep America Beautiful for KGCB to continue our mural work that we've been doing on MLK Avenue.
So move.
Move it.
We got a motion by Washington, support by Dickerson, to accept the grant for Keep America Beautiful, from Keep America Beautiful for mural work on the MLK corridor. I'm going to refer to the Board of Commissioners for their approval process. Questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Neely,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
Kraple,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Dickerson,
yes,
Washington,
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
The next item we're requesting approval on is to enter an independent contractor agreement with Flint and Genesee County Chamber of Commerce for work that Formar will be doing for them.
move it,
Support.
And a motion by Dickerson, supported by Washington, to approve the independent contract agreement with the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce. Barry, there were some changes, and I think you took that copy that I had.
I did, and I'll note on page 207, per the risk manager, we've removed an item on 9, the third dot down. It says the last sentence, and shall defend. We're going to remove that. And then on page 3 of 7, under liability, we're going to remove item C because the county cannot list anyone as an additional insured on their insurance. And with that, that will be, and then we change the date on page 6 of 7 at the top. The term will be November 10th, 2020 to June 30th, 2021. So we asked that you approve that with those changes.
Any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Kraple,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Dickerson,
yes,
Martin,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
The next item is an expense over $10,000, and that's our annual service fee for Dude Solutions for our park asset management software.
move it,
Support.
This motion by Dickerson, supported by Washington, to approve expenses over $10,000 for Dude Solutions for the annual invoice for our software management, and refer to the Board of Commissioners for the approval process. Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Lynch,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Dickerson,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Yes.
Kraple. Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
The next item is we're requesting approval of expense over $10,000 to purchase a cab and chassis truck from the state bid contract for a new portable toilet service truck.
Move it.
support,
Support.
I believe I had a motion by Keeler, supported by Commissioner Dickerson, to approve the expense over $10,000 for Gorno Ford for a portable toilet service truck. I've heard it called many things, Barry. And refer to the Board of Commissioners for their approval process. Are there questions?
Hey, Barry, when that thing's full, where do you empty that at?
At water and waste over off of Beach Road, there's a place that we dumped it, and they keep track of the gallonage we dump and charge us for that.
Okay.
Any more questions? Roll call, please.
Keeler,
Yes.
Dickerson,
yes,
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Kraple,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion's carried. Thank you.
Next item is the second part of the request, and that's to purchase the 1,000-gallon vacuum tank and associated apparatus to mount on the truck.
Move it.
Support.
Support.
Got a motion by Keeler, supported by Dickerson, to approve expenses over $10,000 to Marsh Industrial for the second phase of the portable toilet service truck, and refer to the Board of Commissioners for their approval process. Are there questions? Barry, the current tank and pump and things that we have, are they at the end of their life? Is this new or?
The current truck is a 1994, and the tank is about 15 years old. So, yeah. And the issue is the current truck has got a bad head gasket and be like $20,000 to essentially repair it. So, I think it's time to move on.
And to note, I know a few years ago, we started taking over that responsibility as opposed to contracting, so.
Well, last year when we didn't have a person to run this truck, it was costing us $9,000 a month to to pump our toilets. So
Thank you.
we don't want to get into that situation.
No. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Nolden,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes.
Kraple,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Keeler. Keeler,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
The next item is requesting an expense over $10,000 to buy state of Michigan ORV stickers that we resell at the mounds. And I wanted to note that when we buy these stickers, if we don't sell them all, we return them to the state and they refund our money. So this is just a formality. We can't buy anything over $10,000 without approval of you and the county commissioners.
Move it.
Support.
I believe it was Commissioner Washington and Commissioner Dickerson. Did I have that correct?
No, I think it was
No.
Lynch, wasn't it?
Lynch?
Correct. Yes.
Commissioner Lynch and Commissioner Dickerson for the support for expenses over $10,000 to state of Michigan for the ORV stickers. Refer to the Board of Commissioners for approval process. Questions?
Mr. President?
Commissioner Martin?
Yes, did we have an uptick during COVID for people to get outside to be using the mounds? I thought we were.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Good.
Yeah, we've had a lot of use at the mounds, big uptick from previous years. And I did want to note that the opening of the Oakland County ORV park has not really affected us that much. It's kind of a different sort of experience over there.
Have an off year to measure anything against.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Lynch,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden, Nolden,
Commissioner
You're on
Nolden.
mute.
Yes.
Kraple.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
Our next request is to award RFP 20-231 liquid application of dust control of gravel services, which is our annual chloride contract for the park roads. Would like to award
Move it.
that.
Support.
Support.
I got Commissioner Dickerson making the motion and Commissioner Washington seconding the motion to award RFP number 20-231 for our dust control and refer to the Board of Commissioners for their approval process. Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Washington,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Kraple,
Yes.
Nolden,
Hmm.
You're
Yes.
on mute.
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion carried. Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is a request your approval, and we sent this over this morning in the backup for this. Your request to award invitation to bid 20-227 narrow gauge railroad cross ties and rail replacement for the West Loop.
Move it.
Support.
Support.
Motion by Dickerson, supported by Keeler to award ITB number 20-227 for the narrow gauge railroad cross ties and rails. It's $71,240 for, is it Holland LP?
Correct.
And refer to the Board of Commissioners for the approval process. This is a replacement of, is it a certain area of the railroad, Barry?
The whole West Loop, we're replacing
The whole
all
West
the
Loop?
rail.
Okay, I'm sorry, I might have missed that. Questions?
I have a question.
Commissioner Martin and Commissioner Lynch?
I just, have we found any problem with getting vendors for narrow gauge? Does cross ties get affected?
Typically, we don't get a lot of action on our bids because it's such a small operation, but a lot of the mainline railroads like CSX and Canadian National have cut back on their maintenance, so we had a lot of bidders on this particular job.
Commissioner Lynch?
Well, that would be my part of my question is, I looked at the numbers that were presented on this agenda, and at the 71,000 you got is half of any of the other contractors, or even less than half of any of the other contractors. And in my 39 years in construction, have found that that has to be made up somewhere. There's no chance. The rest of them are within $20,000 to $30,000. So my concerns are with this company, and I made a couple of calls to try to find out about who this company is, and I'm waiting for the call back. But my question is how can he be half of the rest of the pack? Normally I would, and I go to an awful lot of bid openings for the 23 years that I've been a union rep for the bricklayers. And anytime I see something like this, it is an immediate red flag to me that is either going to be made up in some kind of extras or in some manner. That cannot all be taken out of wages. Somewhere the difference has got to be made up. And if you're getting that many bidders, that tells me that they're hungry and they're not trying to gouge at this time. So I have a real concern of this company being able to do this project for half. And then I also have a question of, if he's doing this job for half, why we would go to a 1-year bond instead of a 2-year bond. I have real concerns with the possibility of poor workmanship or where it's coming from. I don't understand. So I want to express my opinion of, anytime you get bids in like this, normally I would tell, and like I say, a school, I would tell you would take your highest bid and throw that out. That guy's gouging you. You would take your lowest bid and throw that out. And somewhere here in the middle, and the middle is all pretty close, is where your true numbers should be. So I have issue with this.
All good points, Commissioner. All good points, and I agree with all of them. We've called this vendor, with purchasing, Genesee County Purchasing, and we've reviewed and talked to them that this is a prevailing wage job. They're aware of that. They sent us the number of man hours that they intend to work on it, which kind of lines up with what I was told before the bid from other vendors. So, and the maintenance bond is, because they're not providing any material, it's all workmanship. So they're essentially removing the rail that's out there, replacing every third tie, and spiking the rail back down that we provide. Any defect in workmanship should show up within the first week or two. There's really not, it's all just bolting the rail together and spiking it down. So
I get that. And it's normally when prevailing rate is involved and I see such a large swing. I mean, let me tell you, in prevailing rate, if a guy who doesn't pay it, which is often West Side contractors, just don't pay it because there's a hard penalty to get it fixed, although Genesee County's really good at it. But that, $3 an hour times X amount of hours is a huge difference in what they're going to get. So I would tell you that I will personally be watching the prevailing rate on this one for sure. And that contractor better know that because I, in no way, have ever seen a bid like this work. Just saying.
I understand, but I'm working within the prevails of the county agency, purchasing agency, so.
I agree. I mean, I understand that, and Genesee County is good about making sure that they pay prevailing rate. So it can hurt this contractor in the long run if he doesn't pay the prevailing rate. I will be checking on that. I will have to check on that because I've never seen a case yet in the 23 years as investigating this stuff that when they come in like this, that it's a legit bid. Now, they may say it is, but I've proved it over and over and over again in my career that it's just cannot be legit. So I will express my opinion on. I don't think they can do it, but prove me wrong.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes.
Kraple,
Yes.
Lynch,
I'm sorry, I got to go on record with a nay on this.
Neely,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I have 7 yeas and 1 nay. Motion's carried. Thank you.
The next item on our agenda is we're requesting your approval of some park position changes.
Almost.
Move it.
Support.
I did not get that, Melissa. Did you?
I have Dickerson and I did not get a support.
Yeah, support Nolden.
Nolan. He's unmuted now, so. For the, we'll get a motion of support for park position changes. 3 park maintenance worker 1 assistant park operation manager, 1 park ranger. That would be a full-time position, Barry?
Correct.
And 1 director of maintenance and planning. Any questions? Barry's shared with me that most of those positions have been vacant for quite a while. And the park ranger position is just a recent development, I believe, the last month.
Yes, a couple of the positions, director of planning and maintenance you've approved before, but because it has been, we couldn't fill it because of COVID, we couldn't interview, and then it expired at the end of the budget year. We have to have it reapproved to post it again. And then we had someone at Crossroads Village get promoted, so we didn't have a full-time person at Crossroads Village all last year. And now because we're going to plan on opening the village this summer, we want to get that position replaced.
Just a note that should be referred to the Board of Commissioners for their approval process too. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Neely, Neely,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
Kraple,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden.
Yes.
Okay,
All voting yes, motion's carried. Thank you.
The next item is we've placed a Parks Commission meeting schedule before you for your consideration for
Move it.
2021.
Support.
Support.
I got a motion by Washington, supported by Dickerson to approve the 2021 calendar year meeting schedule. Are there any questions?
Are any of them buffets? I'll come back.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure that we invite you if we have a buffet.
Hey, Martin, we'll just send Uber to you.
That's fine.
You know where we live, so. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Kraypel,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Dickerson,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Neely,
yes,
Lynch,
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion's carried. Thank you. Just a note that with everything going on right now, that there's a possibility we may have to adapt that schedule in the future, but we'll address that if necessary.
The next item on our agenda is request to approve for expense over 10,000, our annual maintenance fees for our Vermont Systems Rec Track
Move it.
software.
support,
I had a motion by Commissioner Nolden, supported by Commissioner Dickerson to approve expenses over $10,000 for Vermont Systems for our annual maintenance fees for Rec Track, which is our reservation system is $11,404.16, and refer it to the Board of Commissioners for the approval process. Questions?
Yeah, I do, Chair. To Barry, is this a consistent, is the fee the same each year or does it vary?
I think it's pretty consistent. I can't answer that with certainty, but I remember it being about the same last year.
Okay, the reason I asked the question is that I was looking to see if they had some type of continuous improvement activity that, okay, they've done it, so they can cut some costs and combine some things. So that's the real reason why I asked the question.
Well, and we've changed versions of this software this last year and went in the cloud. So that's part of the reason for this. It's upgraded and made it easier for our customers to make reservations.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Dickerson,
yes,
Martin,
Yes.
Neely,
yes,
Lynch,
Yes.
Kraypel,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Washington,
Yes.
Keeler.
Yep.
Okay.
All voting yes, motion's carried. Thank you. You all set, Barry?
That's all I have.
Can you give us just a very brief synopsis of how Christmas is going so far?
We're way over our projections. So I think we're averaging almost 1,200 cars a day, and we were figuring 500. So it's a little bit of a traffic problem over there.
I think you said opening night we had, was it 1,400?
Yeah, we had 1,200.
1,200?
No, it was 14. It was 14 on opening night. Last Saturday, we had almost 1,800.
So
I was there last Saturday.
you were part of the 1,800.
Man, that was, having to snake your way all around there and find nooks and crannies. That was crazy.
I know there's been some comments about the wait, but some of the comments were the waits were worth it.
Yes,
So,
they were.
Staff's done an excellent job again, Barry, on setting it up under these trying conditions, and so they should be commended. So, a beautiful display.
Thank you.
If we have no old business or any new business, we're going to move on for opportunities for commissioners to address the commission. And I'm going to start out, and I'm going to thank Commissioner Martin for his support and his service to the community on the Board of Commissioners and the Park Commissioners. And we're going to miss you, but you're moving up the ladder. So now we have a contact in Lansing that you never know, we might have to call you, but thank you for your service in the county and the community, and good luck in the future. And I'll let you go first.
Yeah, it's been an extreme pleasure being with the Parks One of the most enjoyable parts of being a county commissioner was being selected to be on this board. The 9th district having so much of the parks in the Flint River that runs through it really was important to me. And now in the 48th House, I'm adding more parks to it up in the Thedford Township area, and then the Flint River that exits out the Mount Rose area. So we'll be all to the parks. Obviously, a little more with the hopefully influencing DNR information to see how the downtown Flint River project goes along, and get all of this expanded. So I've been very pleased with what Barry's done, the limited budget, thinking out of the box, expanding what we've done out at the Wolverine Campground, how we've handled the downtown project. There's just so many things that we've done a little bit differently, and I think it's really made Genesee County Parks not just a jewel, but a standard, and people are enjoying it, and people know it exists, and so obviously they're using it. The trails are obviously being well used. So I'll still be in the area. Obviously, I still have to live here to be a representative. I'll still be involved with all kinds of stuff. Still maintain the certified tourism ambassador, which means I'll be involved with activities that include the parks. I know if I'm on the trails or got cross-country skis on, I'll run it to Keeler. And a lot of the other functions everybody's going to be involved with social activities and nonprofits. So I will be bumping into people, and I really appreciate it. It was a great opportunity, a great bunch of people working on this. So thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner Martin. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Commissioner Henry's service to the community, and also on the Park Commission. He's been a long time member of the Park Commission, and I know he's not with us today, but I want to thank him for serving with us and offering his talents and input to the commission. Commissioner Keeler, do you have anything today?
Yeah, a couple of things is Commissioner Martin, that invitation to go out on the trail is still open, and not with the motorized bike, but with the pedal bike. And Barry, in Chevy Commons, I believe it was probably Genesee County Parks mowed the whole area. Is that a management plan, or is that just a yearly maintenance thing that we're gonna knock down the grasses and the wildflowers?
Now, that's part of the park maintenance plan that we've inherited from the designers of the facilities. And what that does is we wait till after the frost, and so that all the native plants have went into remission for the year. Not remission, but hibernation for the year. And then that lets us cut all that, and then any woody plants like invasive species gets knocked down at the same time. And so then we'll let that grow all summer, and we'll just mow the edges during the summer, and then next fall we'll do it again.
And I know it helps spread the seed too of some of the plants if they haven't dispersed them yet. So that's kind of what we do in our own yard and stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's part of our management plan.
Yeah, and I'm good. Well, other than everybody have a good holiday and stay safe, I'm good.
Thank you. Commissioner Washington, anything for us today?
I want to echo your comments to Commissioner Martin. It's been a tremendous pleasure, man, to interact with you. Whenever we get an opportunity, of course, I'm gonna miss seeing you over at the campus. And but I always wish you well.
I'm on campus right now. You can come see me.
Yeah, okay. Then I got to go through Dr. Beverly. Okay, all of that. I don't feel like doing it now. But for the rest of the commissioners, and just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and please continue to stay safe and secure so that I can see your happy faces in January.
Thank you. Commissioner Lynch, you have anything for us today?
Well, I too would like to echo the thanks to Commissioner Martin for his many services, actually, his military service, his community service, and soon to be state representative services. It's been a pleasure working with him, down to earth, real pleasure. So I thank you, and I congratulate you on your new venture, and I hope everybody stays safe and has a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Commissioner Nolden, do you have anything?
Yeah. I want to echo the sentiments of all our colleagues, and I'm gonna miss Dave as well. But Dave, know I have his personal cell phone number. I don't have that state that state rep cell phone number. I have the personal number, so I will be able to get a hold to him, and he know I will call him. The other thing is, you know, I didn't look over this piece with the railroad tie, and now after looking at it, that is a tremendous amount, 71,000, and then the next closest is 130. Is there an out clause if we find out that their work is not up to par? I see we have the 1-year maintenance agreement versus the 2-year maintenance agreement. But I was just wondering, is there a way that if we find out that once they start this work, they're not up to snuff, is it a way that we can replace them?
Well, I've been working with Derek Jones on this, and you know, they will have a performance bond. So if they don't finish the work, then we can hire someone else to come in and do it. So, you know, I'm working with purchasing and following their rules, and the rules have been set in place by the county commission. So,
yeah,
that's all I can say.
All right, yeah, but in hindsight, if I had really looked at it, if I hadn't been multitasking and really looked at it, I probably would have followed Commissioner Lynch on this, because I know he has the expertise, because he deals with this kind of stuff on a regular basis. But I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. I know I can't go back and change it now because we've already moved it. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we do have an out if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Lastly, I just wanted to mention to you guys, we are partnering with the Flint Institute of Music. It's called Light Up the Night, Light Up the Night, Merry and Bright. And on tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we're going to light up Burston Fieldhouse on all 3 sides. We have the brass ensemble that's going to be performing right out in front of Burston. And we also have the chorus ensemble. It starts at 6 o'clock, and these lights will be up from tomorrow night all the way through December 31st. This is going to be the first time that we've ever done anything like this in North Flint. It's going to be really nice because we're lighting up not only the trees, but the building as well. So it's going to be really, really nice. And just to give the people in North Flint a little sense of hope. So I don't know if you guys happen to be out, you know, from tomorrow to the first of the year in the evening, but ride by because it's going to be really nice with the lighting. And we found out we got a little app with these lights that we can actually change the colors. So I'm looking forward to playing with this app once they install it on my phone. But it starts tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You guys might want to stop by and just see it. You can just ride by and see it. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Dickerson.
Yes, Representative Martin, it's been a pleasure working with you, a real gentleman, and hope you have good success. I know you will in your endeavor. And have a Merry Christmas, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Neely.
Congratulations to Representative Martin, and Merry Christmas, and stay safe to all.
Thank you. Quick question for Commissioner Nolan. Do you need more lights?
Oh, no. Actually,
okay.
The people that we hired, English Gardens out of Pontiac, they're actually installing about $25,000 worth of lights. I mean, when you see it, it's going to be a sight.
Well, you just can't be brighter than Crossroads. That's the only stipulation.
No, we won't be brighter than them, but we'll light up Saginaw Street.
All right. Well, I think that's all that we have on our agenda today. And I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy holidays. And hopefully that they get this vaccine under control and that we can sit at a table and look at each other in the future. Commissioner Martin, you're invited back to our meetings anytime that you would like. You're more than welcome. You can even Zoom in if you wanted to. We will give you that courtesy. So if there's no other business today and there's no objection to adjourning, we will adjourn.
All righty.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Melissa?